Good evening, listeners. It's Ian Lonj here on a topic I like to call country discussion. Basically, every week, in this half an hour, I'll have a guest in from somewhere in the countryside, a bit like Country File, but on the radio. And today I'm with Rob Nation, who...
Hello!
Tell us a bit about your organisation, Rob.
Well,
Can I call you Rob?
Yeah, that's my name. Our organisation is Rural Drinkers, and we're fed up of all these programmes about wine, you know, Ponzi wine.
Yeah,
Who's going to spend £5 on a bottle of wine?
I always thought, squash and Coca-Cola and stuff, for a big bottle is still quite expensive, people say, for like £2, but then wine is cheap for £5.
No, you can't get drunk on squash. I've tried.
Oh, well, yeah, I suppose. I'm just thinking of taste, But yeah, we are talking about drinks.
Of course we're talking about getting drunk. We're talking about alcohol here.
Yeah, but I suppose, some people go to wine tasting.
Wine tasting, but they still get a little bit drunk.
No,
Even though they're spitting some of it out, they keep a little bit back in their mouth.
But people say it's for the taste, They want to taste the grapes. They go, oh, that's why I'm here, not to get pissed. Just
Have
to get
grape juice then. Well, back to Rural Drinkers, what we want to do is we want to find a more realistic way of having the pleasures of alcohol without the expense of wine.
Pleasures of alcohol, not the expense. So why would you be having a tasting session?
Well, we have sessions, and
so it's
there
more
is
of a
taste involved.
Drinking session, they should be called.
I suppose so, but all kinds are welcome. You don't have to be a particularly strong drinker, because we're all drinking different types and different strengths of alcohols.
Yeah. Okay, so do you have any open days people come, or is it just every Tuesday or...
Tuesday? No. Thursday. But Tuesday is in the middle of the week. It's too early, really. Thursday's just nice.
Yeah. So none of you work on a Friday then?
We do, but our bosses are very understanding, and some of the bosses actually come to the rural drinking as well.
So it's quite big.
It's
Whereabouts
growing.
situated?
The Cub Hut. We fill about half of the space in there, so there's still plenty of room for
half full or half empty. I say.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Our drinks are always half empty because we want more of them.
Typical night. You arrive at the Cub Hut.
That's right. You tidy up all their decorations away first, put them in a nice cardboard box. That takes about half an hour. And then people turn up about 7, half 7 if they want to be fashionably late. But there isn't really so much fashion in the rural community.
Okay.
It's all like the city slickers.
Then what?
Well, then people bring an alcohol with them that they want to sample. Any kind of alcohol, and that's the main thing about rural drinking.
So I suppose that could be vodka, whiskey,
yep,
wine.
But we like to push the drinking to take things that you wouldn't normally drink. Vodka and whiskey have been designed by the drinks industry just for drinking, and everyone drinks it. We want to try and make our own kind of drinks.
Make your own kind of drinks.
Some people do homebrew. You know those homebrew kits?
the big glass bottles with the straw.
No, the big you get all the ingredients. You get a mini still, and you pour all the ingredients in, and you just leave it, and then you get beer, and it's only 30p a pint, I think, works out, and it's the best kind of beer I promise you that you will ever taste.
Great. So did you bring any samples for tasting today?
I did, of course, yes. Okay. And I imagine that's why I was invited here today.
Well, let's sample.
Well, okay, we'll start off small, because as I say, we've got lots of different strengths of alcohol.
Yeah.
And here's the homebrew first of all.
Homebrew?
I'll let you have a sip first.
Okay.
Now, if you imagine paying £2 plus for the beer that you get at pubs, that works out as 40p a pint.
40p a pint. Yeah, it tastes quite strong.
It is strong. It's 5.5.
How do they work? How do they work that out?
10%. It varies. Have a guess what the name is.
They're always weird names, aren't they? Like Old Farts beer or...
Yep, it's not that.
No. I'm guessing
What would you describe that taste as being?
fairly muddy
Muddy.
for a beer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mississippi Blue, that one's called. So that's the first one that we're trying.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll work you up. This is a wine substitute.
Wine substitute.
It's
Okay.
actually made, can you believe it, out of one of Devon's finest resources, clay. What we
Clay.
do is we dig up clay and we process it and blend it, squeeze the water out of the clay, and then that becomes wine when you leave it. Add a bit of sugar and yeast.
Right. Okay. I'll give it a try.
Yeah. So if you thought that last one was muddy, you try
Yeah.
this.
Let's try it. Mmm.
How's that?
That
you
is-
should sniff it first, like the posh wine
Okay.
people do.
Whew. That's
Yep.
certainly fresh,
Fresh. Yep.
sharp.
Sharp.
You can definitely taste the clay. Dusty.
Chocolatey.
No. um,
Bit like toffee tones in it.
I'm not getting any sweetness. More kind of a sort of dusty.
Well, you have to get used to it, really.
Yeah.
Ian.
So you drink this by the glass, by the bottle,
Well, it depends how good a drinker you are.
and what's this called? Did you say?
That doesn't have a name. It's clay wine.
Clay wine.
We're thinking of marketing it as
Yeah.
something a bit more fancy.
Clay. It's very
It's
ingenious.
descriptive, isn't it? Clay
Descriptive,
wine.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. There's plenty more. There's more
just-
drinks. So
All right,
don't
okay.
don't fill yourself up with the clay, because it is quite filling, the clay wine. Surprisingly.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's heavy. I would say heavy, yeah. How much does it weigh in relation to?
Well, this is
other
quite
wines?
funny actually, because most liquids are sold in by volume, but this has to be sold by weight. So instead of ordering a pint, you would order about £3.
£3.
£3.
£3. Okay, next up we have the.
Oh right, okay. You wanna progress up a bit more. You're feeling okay at the moment.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm
Okay. Well, that's the homemade side of it.
homemade side.
And what we like to do now is we like to look at alcohol that is used in other ways, apart from drinking. And we try and see if we could convert that or just have it straight and see what that tastes like drunk.
So next, links. I see.
Links.
Links.
Yeah. What we do is we take a can of links
A
and
lynx, yeah.
we squirt it like this. There we go. And we have someone actually who does that, and he'll hold it down and he squirts it into its own
In a
lid.
cup.
Into its own lid. We do. It's
That's how
very
I used to make my own
self-sufficient.
aftershave, like that.
Yep.
You know, when I was
And
a wee
you
bone.
get about half a lid's full of every can, and then
Bit of a waste, really. You're saying cutting down on cost, but a can of links is about £2.
that's right. But it's a very, very potent, very strong. I mean, this you wouldn't have even a shot of this. You'd have a quarter
So
shot
that's
of this.
Africa. That one there.
This is Africa. Yep, and it
One of
does
my
have,
favourites, Africa, actually. So I'm glad you brought that one along.
and you can almost taste traditional African ingredients in that. Yep.
So do you mix it with anything, or?
You can do. Maybe just a base aftershave you could put some with. Would you like a sip of this then?
Yeah. I was told from a young age, don't drink aftershave. It
Well,
will kill you.
That's what they want you to believe is the
I see.
drinking industry. I would say to all your listeners, try drinking it. So I'll just give you, this is a very tiny thimbleful.
It's got a very nice smell. So that's the Lynx effect, isn't
That's
it?
the Lynx
Ah.
effect, yeah.
Okay, let's just psyching,
Very careful with that though, because
psyching myself up for this. Oh, that
Yep.
is nice.
see, that is about the equivalent of about 3 shots of
3 shots
vodka
in
or
a thimble.
whiskey. Yep, just the little cover in there.
That
you
is
have.
amazing. So, and that's perfectly safe, yeah? You've
Yeah,
had that
so-
approved.
Well, it's anecdotal evidence really
Anecdote.
more than anything else.
Isn't an anecdote a story?
It is, yeah. And I've got some stories to tell you about people who
Ah.
drunk links. So I've got 2 more drinks here
2 more?
tonight.
Right.
This one is just common lighter fluid, but we have added a bit of soda stream flavour Coke
it looks like the Coke when you know when you used to mix all the squashes together and then put the black sort of Coke from the set, it would ruin it all. It looks like that. Ruined would be the word I used.
Well, have a taste.
It smells very strong.
Yep. It is flammable, so be very careful around anything that could be sparking or lighters.
It's not a good idea to smoke after.
No, there is a strictly no smoking policy at the Cub Hut on a Thursday.
Is that to break down on the kind of smoking bans and the?
It's just for flammability reasons, Ian.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I'm gonna.
Mr.
I
Lonj.
might not try all of that. It looks fairly dangerous.
Well, I'll only have to throw it away.
Right, here goes. Bottoms up, they say.
Yep.
Yeah.
The bottom of the cup goes up.
That's
how it works.
How it started. Yeah. Okay. Off we go.
Oh. Well, I meant sip it really. But well done, knocking it back.
Let's get some water.
We've got. Oh no, that's the clay wine.
Still flushed it. I like the clay wine.
Yep.
But that. Oh, I would not recommend that if you're going to one of these.
Well, we do have
meetings.
other flavours as well. We've got just the orange juice one.
But you know, I can mostly taste the lighter fluid. It's a nice smell, but not a nice taste. Yeah.
How are you actually feeling now?
Well,
then?
quite lightheaded, and I feel very ill. Quite tired as well.
Quite tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of tired? Is it like tired when you would be going to sleep, or your brain is closing in on you?
Different tired to going to sleep tired.
Okay. Does your arm tingle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Arms
Both of them.
Just the left one.
Oh, that's okay then. That's all right. I'll bring you on to the last drink.
Okay. One more. That's all right. I forgot there was one more.
But it's a product that you will see every day.
Every day. Let's see.
Several times a day, probably.
Okay. What do I? Several times a day. I go to the toilet several times a day. Is it round the house? You'd find it.
More outside of the house.
Outside of the house. Say on a walk to work, or
you would definitely see it on a walk to anywhere. I would guess. But even in rural communities, you would see it.
A petrol station.
A petrol station. What does a petrol station sell?
Petrol.
Yeah, and what kind of petrol?
Unleaded.
No.
Leaded.
No, come on, that's correct. This is just two-stroke.
Two-stroke lead.
Two-stroke, yeah. Because that's what it gives you. Two-stroke.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a very.
I'm sure petrol. You're not supposed to drink petrol. I swear that was the golden rule of petrol. Don't drink petrol.
Remember that's what the drinks industry wants you to think.
The adverts they used to have though.
Don't drink petrol.
With the actual people that they filmed dead.
Yep. Conspiracy. Here is a cap. And I want you to sniff it, have a good old whiff.
It's in the traditional hubcap. No, not hubcap, petrol cap. He's actually brought a petrol cap along.
Here's the tin here.
Is that tradition, is it?
Well, there is only one cap, and you can only drink out of this. We don't want everyone trying this.
Yeah?
You've got to come to the Cub Hut on Thursday to try this. So, here you go. Here's the silver
cap.
And that will fit on the top of any petrol canister as well. So
Any?
Well, it's a standard fitting.
A skeleton cap, you could call it.
You could do, but it doesn't open anything.
No, but it fits on everything.
Yeah.
Like a key, yeah.
Anyway. Like a skeleton.
Let's try this. Smells just like petrol.
Yep.
It's quite a lot in there.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, well.
I mean, just sip it this time, really.
Yeah, but
just sip this.
Okay, I'm just going to try sip. That tastes... that is bad. That is bad petrol. Oh no. That is...
Have some clay wine. Wash it down.
Clay wine. Wash it... Oh no. You're going to have the rest of the cap, I'm afraid.
Oh, I don't touch it myself.
No?
No petrol. Come on. Clay wine is my limit.
That's really got the belly going.
You're right.
Oh no, I don't... You're gonna have to finish up for me.
Right.
Oh dear.
Okay. What's the name of this radio show? Have we got any first aid box or anything? No. Okay.
Just wrap it up.
Adverts coming up. I'll give you an advert first. Come down, Cup Up on Thursday. Lovely. This guy enjoyed it. He'll probably not see you next week. He'll probably have a week off. Rural FM. Good boy.